And this will be attempt number 3 if you are with us. So we just want to make sure we're up and we are live. All right. Well, thanks guys for being with us. If you're here, hopefully you can hear us. We had some technical difficulties earlier, a lot of them, but that's the way that it goes when you work in a live world. So let's dive into it. And today's topic is how to find your life's purpose in a 2017 world. And I think this is so important because there's a lot of people who don't realize that 2017 is almost here. It's December 8th, right? I mean, if we look up in 3 weeks, we're going to be here. It's 2017. It's going to be January. All of a sudden, it's going to be summer. We're going to be thinking about holidays 2017, and it's going to come by in no time. So I would make my number one suggestion to you to really live this year with intention, with purpose, with a lot of energy, so that you can make the most out of this year and really have a lot more meaning, a lot more money in your life as well. So I think about why it's so important to find your life's purpose, and I work with a lot of millennials, and I've been an entrepreneur for almost most of the last decade. And I find that so many people are depressed, they're upset, they're frustrated, they don't really have any sense of direction, and they lash out and they do different type, they react in a lot of different ways. Some people react by partying or resorting to drugs and alcohol. Some people, they drown themselves in work, and that helps sometimes, and then sometimes people just don't do anything. I find that a lot of people, they get stuck. They're okay living at home with their parents. They're okay going to community college and kind of, making it through and making it by. But for me, that's just not the type of lifestyle that I'm excited about living. So I think that it's really, really helpful to be intentional about our purpose and to be intentional about what it is that that we're living for. So let's dive in and let's actually talk about the different types of purposes that are out there. And there's actually different types and different categories of purposes. And what's really helpful is if you can identify what purpose you have right now for your life, well, then you can make a lot better, a lot better choices, a lot better decisions because you have a much clearer sense of what's important to you. And so the first type of purpose is a personal purpose. And personal purposes are those that are really centered on being the best version of yourself, and they're really centered on being personal accomplishments, personal goals. I think that was something that was really important to me when I was early in my entrepreneurial career, was really building up my own trophy case, building up my own skill set. And I think that that is important to establish a certain level of confidence, a certain level of competence, and also to give you a certain level of experience. But what I've learned is that as I've continued to have success for myself, what I found is some of the most powerful motivators is having other people around. And that's what a relational purpose is. And a relational purpose is really about being able to do it for other people and really being able to do it for your family, doing it for your team, or doing it for your business or your organization. And I found that one of my biggest growth moments was when I had over 100 other people on my team that I was responsible for, and if I didn't lead them, no one was going to lead them. And I very much felt like a parent in that aspect. But I think that identifying that we are working and having a purpose for other people is really, really helpful, because it makes our decision-making process a lot better and a lot easier, a lot clearer too. And the last type of purpose is what we call a societal purpose. And societal purpose is the purpose, the one that Oprah Winfrey has, the one that Will I Am has, of really changing the world, right? Steve Jobs talked about putting a dent in the universe. And one of my I got a chance to interview Danny Dover, who's an author and a blogger of lifelisted.com, and he had 150 goals that he was really set on achieving, and he achieved about 148 of them over the last 5 years or so. And he said that once you can help yourself, then you can help other people, and then you can help the world. And a societal purpose is really about changing the world. And for me, that's something that I have grown to understand, that I want to help raise the level of consciousness of our generation. I want to help get our millennials, I want to get our name back. You know, we have such a bad rap, and I think that we have an opportunity to change the world. So that's my goal, is to really help millennials have the skills and the resources to be able to go out and change the world. Because I think that if we can get our generation focused on personal growth and focused on growing and becoming the best version of themselves, helping to grow their families or their organizations, their teams the best of the way that they can, I don't really know what a world like that can look like. So I think that's super, super, helpful to be just aware of that. So societal purposes are, helpful as well. I think that what's important to know is that there's no right one, whether it's a personal purpose, a relational purpose, or a societal purpose. All of them can change. They can all change, and you can have different purposes at different times, but it's helpful to identify what your purpose is at the current moment. So you're probably asking, like, how do I do that, right? Or like, what does it look like? And what I found is that it's really a Venn diagram of a couple of different areas, and probably the most important is at the top, and that's the values, right? You really want to identify what it is that you value. What are your core beliefs? What is it that you really believe in, right? What are your expectations for yourself? What are your standards for yourself? What are the things that you are going to stand for? And if you can identify that, that's going to give you the biggest strength, the biggest energy, the most motivation towards anything that you do. And then take a look at what you have experience in. What have you gotten a little bit of time towards your 10,000 hours, right? You know, they talk about, Malcolm Gladwell talks about 10,000 hours, being the amount of time that it takes to master something. So what have you spent some time in, whether it's working with people, whether it's designing, Photoshop, or whether it's doing videos, or, building a team, or sales, or sports. I mean, what is it that you have experience in, so that you can apply that and really use that to your advantage to help you get further ahead in whatever it is that you choose to pursue in the future. The third thing is, what is it that you enjoy? Because, they say that what is the saying? If you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And, if you hate what it is that you do, you'll die a miserable man. And so I think that it's really, really important for us to take a look at what it is that we enjoy, like what it is that we, fills us up. I think about me, like for me, it's reading books. Like I have tons of books, like, on my desk. Like that's what fires me up. Like, giving this training talk, like as scary as it is, like fires me up. So like, what it is that you enjoy, and try and find opportunities for you to surround yourself with things like that. And then what it is that you have skills in. What is it that you have already that you can use to your advantage, that you put those together. In the middle is really where you'll find your purpose. And so I would encourage you to, I'll give you some action steps right here. And so if you want to know what to do next, I would really reflect on your values, really figure out what it is that you value, figure out your belief system, figure out what's important to you, and then you can audit your experience and take a look at what it is that you've done, what it is that you have in your back pocket already that you can leverage to really help you get a lot further, a lot quicker, and then take action and improve those significant skills. What skills is going to get you to the next level, whether that's networking skills, whether that's sales skills, whether that's presentation skills or communication skills. What skills are really going to help you to move the needle the most? And if you can do that, then you can really start making waves in 2017. If you want some more, I've put together like how to actually dive into these things. It's a 3-part email mini course. I'll put it in the comments here so you guys can get to it. But I've heard a ton of great feedback. It's free. It's just really how to plan your week, and it goes into some of these concepts a little bit more. But I wanted to do that so you guys could get some more insight. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm excited about 2017 and building towards that. But thanks so much, guys, and talk to you guys soon.